Hi YouTube, I just finished my project with some pine wood and used utility trailers. So just wanted to show you guys what I did here for around $2,000 Canadian and about 150 hours that I work on it. So I don't know how to cut the video and do the mixing, so I just try to do a one-shot video. So be patient with me. So we're starting at the front. Okay, first of all, I have a regular 7-foot long and 50-inch wide trailer, but it's not a good starting with the 50 inches. So if possible, try to get a 48 inches. I'll tell you later why. Okay, so starting here, I got something here. This is the tower that I installed, the offset umbrella. The offset umbrella I can plug in there and will be hanging on both sides. I can swing to both sides, so it's easy setup within 30 seconds. So the offset umbrella, just right there, that's the one. So we'll have about 10 feet diameter for under the shape, so should be good. So also I don't use you can see I don't use the tongue jack because I hate to keep cranking around play around with the tongue jack. So I like to use this kind. It's just flip over. But first of all, you have to be lightweight in the front. So when you're designing, you gotta really pay attention how to separate or make the balance in between the wheel to the end and the wheel to the front. Okay, first of all, I have a tongue box here with a safety switch with the battery. So I have a little bit feature of the lighting here. It light up the bottom. I like this feature because it look cool. But it's illegal to have the lights on when you're holding on a roll. But when you're on the campground, I think it's a really cool feature underneath here with the light. So I got a tiny lock here to lock up my battery. Battery is underneath the plywood here with 2 marine battery and a charger. So once I go to the campsite, I can plug in the charger to charging up the battery right away. So it's more convenience. So, and also you can notice I have a little pipe here on both sides. I have on both sides. This is for ventilation. I explain it later. Okay. I think a cool feature with the window here, I am cheap. So I try to build it very cheap way. So this is a pot leaf. It's for your cooking pot. So I bought this for $5 a piece. So I bought 2 of this. It's in an oval shape, so it looks cool. And the handle is from Home Hardware. Got the inside here with the light, 12 volt. The curtain, you can see that pieces is the $4. 2 pieces from Princess Auto in Canada. So I don't use ventilation fan, the fantastic fan. So I am doing cheap way. So that is cost about $100. So I don't want to pay that. So I better use some fan motor over there for a computer fan. So $2 a piece. So I spent $8 on it. So what happened is like that I mentioned before, that two hole from outside will sucking up the fresh air, go through the attic because the hot air will come up here and suck out from that 4 motor. I can choose 1 motor or 3 motor or 4 motor at the same time. So 1 or 4. Okay. There's a switch to turn on the individual motor or 4 motors. In the back, I can show you with the lighting here. When I hook up with the battery, so light up all the brake light, tail light, license plate light, everything. So I built this little emblem here. I got this, I think it's $2 from a garage sale. So I think it's cool to put it on. So all the locks and handle are from Home Depot. Okay, I try to open up and you can see. Okay, the really fast taking time is the length of the strut that I have. I have to really spend a lot of time to measure up how long I need, how much pressure I need. It takes time. But again, I try to do it cheap way. So everything here I try to use a cheaper material. And I didn't insulate all the panel. I didn't insulate because I will not go camping in -20. So I think I just built a 3 seasons camper is fine to me. So you can see the hatch, 2 LED light, and 2 under cabinet light is running 110 volt. So I can on and off with the switch here. In the back alley here, I built a drawer for the feature. So remember, I have the air insulate, the fresh air from that hole go through internal because I don't have opening window because I'm cheap. So air have to circulate and then blow out from the to the galley. Once to the galley, you see the motor there, will blow up the air into this area. Somehow we go through the gap. Even the door is closed, the galley door is closed, you go through the gap and into the exit hole there. So this is a good feature because once my small box, ice box with small 12 volt refrigerator is running, it also generates heat. If I close the hatch, it will be quite hot in this area. I need some fresh air to cool down the whole thing because the air will be too hot. So I got this box. Also I have a transformer so it can run 12 volt or 110 volt. Over this side I make a drawer, sliding pretty long out there here, and the bottom is for all the miscellaneous, for some cables and heavy stuff like jacks or some wood to change the height of the wheel. Some wood blocks there. I got a lock. I got this lock for $2 each. It's quite cheap. Okay, so I don't think about the running water because I will not have a great water tank. Once I have fresh water, the fresh water have no way to go. I mean the gray water have no way to go. It must dump to the ground, and will flooding my area. So it's useless. So anyway, so I just use the old method, like with the plastic jug, go to the campsite picnic table, so wash a dish right there instead of close my living area. My spare tire is mounting underneath of the chassis. Fender that I make by wood. Okay, so what I'm at the beginning, I'm saying like try to not using a 50 inch trailer, 50-inch wide trailer, because like my example, if I want to make it flush to the chassis, I have to make the whole width is 50 inches. So you cannot buy plywood, the 1/4 inch plywood in 50 inches. So you have the hard time to, let's say if you have a 4x8 piece of plywood, it's easy to bend the long way. But what happened to me is I need 50-inch wide, so I only can make 48 inch in a section. Okay, but the plywood is difficult to bend that way, so I got a really hard time to try to limit. If you during the project try to limit to have my saturation like me, so this is what happened. The sticker looked cool, eh? But I'm at the beginning I'm not trying to put on it because I have a crack in here. Okay, unprofessional crack in here. The reason is because the curve is I have 1 feet section here and then 4 feet all the way come up to here. In this section is 24 inch in diameter. I mean not diameter, it's halfway. So 24 inches. The problem is it's turning very sharp. So the plywood had a difficult time to bend in really sharp way. Finally, you see a piece of plywood here? This is a crack. So I have to cover or repair with the piece of plywood and stick into it and put some nail gun from outside to shoot inside here. Try to eliminate it, because once it's a sharp corner, you try to not have some kind of thing like this. In this area, I have this because it's the weakest point. Okay, try to, when you purchase the plywood, try to get some good one without this. I don't know how to say that, it's a wood eye or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. I have a big piece in here, so when I bend, it crack in here. Try to get the one with totally fine finishing like this. Okay, but anyway, once I put the sticker there, it look cool. It cover my imperfection. So my total spend is $2,000 Canadian and 150 work hours. Okay. And also another method. At the beginning of the job, I tried to use another method to build the sidewall. You know the utility trailer? I mean not the utility trailer. It's a semi-trailer, semi 18-wheeler trailer. I'm working for repair of those trailer, the big 18-wheeler trailer. I try to use the trailer door. The back trailer door is 9.5 by 4.5. So that means if I use that material, I can make bigger and longer and taller teardrop trailer. But it's quite expensive. And also it comes with the fiberglass finishing in and out. So you save a lot of time to put the wood sealer. And that's good material, but it's quite expensive. In Canada, it's about $350 a piece. So 2 pieces already $700. So I say I try the cheap way. And the door, you can buy the instant door for $300 in Canada, but I want to do it cheap way. Oh, one more thing. Many people question about how to do the hinge. So okay, if you see inside, and this is like a piano hinge. I bought from Home Depot, $10, about 6 foot long. So I got more than enough if I pay $10 on it. It's black, I like it. And also this rubber will totally cover. When the ring hitting both way, it will totally cover. This is the garage door gasket. Okay, if you buy that, it comes in the long pieces. I cut it in. These 2 pieces aluminum should be joined together, but I cut it with a jigsaw. I cut it, so I separate and put it back into the slot. Put the gasket back into the slot. So I got a whole room moon shape here. So when the lid, the galley door close, it will be like that. See? Now it's totally flat. Water coming down here. I silicone it, so it got no go nowhere. It just go bypass or go along the seam here. And for the waterproofing, this is how I did. I make a channel in here. I make a channel here. All the water coming down here will go into the channel. Go into the channel. All the way into here and drip down to the floor. And I totally seal this area. It just going down. So no problem with that. You can see. This is my Dolly Lock. This is regular door lock. And I'm matching up with the other side. Once I got the handle pulled, it's doing the motion. But I don't show you the linkage, how I did the linkage, but it's a simple method, just pulling left and right. And you can do that. And remember, I try to do it cheap way, so I don't use, most people use $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on it, but I only use $2,000 Canadian, and I bought a used trailer. But this used trailer, I also spent another $100 to buy a brand new axle. So end up, I spent about $400 on the trailer. Even I bought it in $175. But a lot of parts that I have to replace before it can go on the road. I can show you something on the bottom, and you can see this is the light box. Oh, one more thing. And for the bottom, to secure the trailer, I like to use another jet here. I can flip it down. Now it's stable. Like I say, I hate to keep cranking. So I like that this idea is just flip over and already secure. And that's all. So don't have to subscribe me because I think this is my only thing can show you guys. Have a nice day.